One.
Yeah, yo, we back, man. PAPERROCKLIVE. Sorry I even started like that. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers in here sick that they got on. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, man, we back, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got a new president. You know what I mean? Shout out to Joe Biden and all that. You know what I mean? We got a beautiful black lady in the wild and all that. Nah, babe. Hey, Jenna.
Yes.
You big head,
I don't give a fuck. I feel like the NBA finals happen all over again this weekend, and I'm okay. I can't be a sore loser. I don't want to talk about it. We happen to be in the building with a couple of individuals who I can't wait to interview. Boom.
Listen, put it in it.
Mr. GIOVANNI BATZ is the man behind the mission today. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't get to torch you today. And I'm so excited. You know, I know Spliff has his own conversation. You were privy to something outside that I really didn't hear. So if I double back on questions, just, kick me or tap me under the chair. We're gonna start with GIOVANNI because he's the reason, like I said, that Mr. LA is in the building. How are you? How have you been?
I'm good. God is great. I got my mask on. In the building.
So obviously you were the butt of the joke earlier, and like I said, Biden is, he got elected, so there's something to the mask. I have to say thank you for being overly protective. We have the thermometer check at the door and the mic condoms. It's not water. We're gonna get you cooked. It's fine. It's like having, when you're at a Chinese restaurant or an Asian place and you have what you think is a piece of avocado and in fact it's, what's the other thing? The crazy, the spicy. That's what I'm.
She's talking about
The green
stuff.
spice.
Sushi.
Kiniso, whatever the name of that is, that's a hot mess. So I can appreciate the fact that you're stunned. You'll be fine. Thank you for coming. First and foremost.
Welcome.
She know I don't drink. Like, why do that?
Catch that shit.
And then you gonna pour the.
Because it's like tonic, boo. You know what? I don't have energy for this, right? Because the whole reason this is not drink champs.
The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie.
I'm right here. Let's get you first and foremost. Thank you for coming because I know you're very busy. You were always every time I stalk your page. I don't know if you're aware of that.
She's still.
I'm a stalker because he wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be interesting. And you've always been in the mix. For me, it's about 5 years with you that I've been stalking you. We'll get back past this quickly. My first introduction was Jack Thriller. I thought you were phenomenal.
Dope ass DJ. Dope ass DJ.
And that's where I kind of figured out who you were. Very focused. Definitely had a mission and had music that wasn't just mainstream, which is why it's important to have a DJ friend on your side. How did you get started? Just tell people, how did you just, what was the inspiration? How did you wake up and say, I'm a DJ? What's going on with that?
No, literally, that's what it was though. I woke up, I said, I want to be a DJ. I came outside. Each and every one of my homies I seen that day, I was like, yo, bro, I'm going to be a DJ. A couple of them was like, all right, go ahead.
How old are you?
Probably like 25.
Okay, I like that, which means you can start a little bit later, right? Because most people are DJ from when they're like 3.5 years old. You know how this goes. So kudos to you.
I mean, I was around like turntables. It wasn't like I never touched it or, you know what I'm saying? But it was never like, I took it seriously. Every time I touched it, it was just like, okay, it's turntables, let me just fuck with it, and that's it.
First piece of turntable equipment.
Pioneers.
I don't know.
CDJ.
Pioneers is good.
CDJs, 850s.
Okay. We're gonna fast forward for a second. We talked about one situation. This is 50.
Shout out Scratch Academy. Shout out DJ Rampage.
I love it. So that's a very big mentor, to be quite frank. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty interesting. This is 50. Just skim through that quickly. How'd that work out for you? Be polite because we're here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna flow into the situation. And,
Alright, so boom. I fuck with like I design like sweatshirts and shit. Alright? So the dudes that actually put me onto that, they had their office like right beneath This is 50,
Okay.
in the building, 50 building. So one day I was there, like I would go to the city and fuck with them all the time because they would put me onto mad shit. Shows me shit like, oh, this how you do this, and fabrics and shit like that. So anyway, this dude was there one time, and there was like a little argument, and I just got tired of the argument. And it had nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? But I just got tired of the niggas just like, I was like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't try to do it like disrespectfully, but it's like, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, yo, this is what the situation is. So I, like, boom, shut it down right there. So the dude looked at me, he's like, yo, that's crazy. Like, why you just talk to me like that? Like, because, come on, man, I don't want to hear this shit. So me and him got mad cool. Long story short, this was Jack Dillow's cousin, younger cousin. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, at another time, they were there arguing again. So I never knew who Jack was. I never seen Jack.
He was new, he only came out at 32.
No, I'm saying I would hear of him, of Jack
Correct.
this or and what?
I'm saying.
Okay, no, listen.
Yeah, it's sort of late.
Now, 50 would come down to the office, down there in the office, right? And Jack would be down there too. This was when Jack's name was, like, he was really popping.
Mhm.
So I would always hear Jack this, or 50 coming down, whatever. So one day I'm there, so my man was like, yo, Jack about to come down. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, let's see who Jack is. So the way the office is set up, it's like straight glass. Everything is
Yeah, I
glass.
mean, I
So
was,
the minute you, it's essentially like, this is 50, like the office, you know what I mean? The minute you step off, it's straight glass. So I'm sitting there, and the elevator opened, and I look, and I see this dude, fat, chubby dude, had on like a Coogee sweater. He was fly though. Chain, you know what I'm saying?
Like his eyeball fall out.
Like he had on some fly shit, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, this gotta be Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No, but listen. So he comes in, whatever.
Yo, Jack, you know this is all jokes.
So he comes in, whatever. So he sits there. So he's sitting next to me, like right there. So niggas arguing again. So then I was like, yo, listen, man. Like, I did the same thing, like, yo, man, listen, this fucking bullshit y'all be on, like, stop, man. So I'm like, this is what the fuck the nigga's trying to tell you. So I'm seeing Jack looking at me from the side of my eye.
Cause he can't watch you whenever.
you know what, let's speed this up because I can see where this is going. So you and Jack link up.
Yeah, the next
Okay.
day he was like, let's go out to eat.
I don't want
Boom.
no smoke.
We
I
went
don't
out, we
want no
ate,
smoke,
and
Jack.
from
Yeah.
that I was in.
All right, that's all I needed to hear. When I was there for one show live, and that's because I was feeding motherfuckers. That's all they care about is the food and the chicken wings, and that's okay. But you did your thing. It wasn't that you were just a DJ. You orchestrate a lot behind the scenes, which most people can't get. You're very lucky to be sitting next to this guy. I don't care what the rapport is, how long you've been dealing with him, but the fact
His
is,
family right
he's
here.
an animal. And with all positive. Let me get past a couple of more things. You seem to be working with a lot of new artists, right? So it's interesting, as a DJ, you're privy to so much new music and so much bullshit. That's what comes with it. It's 50-50. You get emails, I want to kill myself. Like, your music was great. You guys are already booked. You send me your music after the fact. What if it sucked? I want to poke my eyeballs out. I don't even put it for him. I don't even send it to him because he's like, what the fuck is this garbage? I'm telling you right now. So he gave me a great opportunity to meet people who focus and then have their music together. I have a problem with you. What got you into this whole A&R thing? That's really kind of what you're doing.
Firstly, is because like artists would constantly hit me, like people I don't even know how they got my email.
Can I inspire you?
Absolutely.
Anybody can.
Absolutely.
Anybody. Like,
I mean, like, you know, due to the fact when you saw me with Swipey and Fabio and them, did I like inspire you to this? Like, you could do this?
honestly, being around you,
Uh,
that was like I won't say like the eye opener, but it was like a confirmation. Like, this is I don't know. The energy I got from it was like a good vibe. Like, it felt good. It was a good energy to be around. Like, to be put in, like, opening. It's like you opening a door. You give an opportunity. Like, you giving.
yeah, there you go.
You opening the door. You're giving an opportunity.
There you go.
So it's like,
And I will say that it was a blessing to have you around as well,
thank you.
because your energy was just as well as great. You know what I'm saying? It fit. When we was over there, it fit. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt.
Well, the energy is actually interesting. I spoke to him on the phone, and there was a whole behind the scenes. So I love that about you, and he's always in the mix. It's always, I'm bumping into him at events. And it's
He's
been a
dope at
while.
what he do. You're dope at what you do.
Thanks.
You know
He's
what I'm
also
saying?
tall.
I love what I do. I love what I do.
Yeah.
And this management thing that you about to take on, this A&R type of thing that
It's
you about to
crazy.
take on.
It's expensive.
It is, and it's a problem,
crazy.
and I wish you the best with that, and I know you're gonna do it. You just have to be determined.
I mean, thank you, but honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100, like, I love it, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it gets like, I won't say stressful,
No,
but sometimes it gets
say
to
it,
where
motherfucker,
No,
it is stressful.
listen, not even stressful, but I develop like a fuck you attitude now.
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah, I realize I have to. You can't play around with motherfuckers. There's too much talent.
Or they're gonna play around with you.
Huh?
You can't play around with people, because if not, they're gonna play around with you.
Exactly.
And your time, and your energy.
You know
and
what I'm
your
saying?
money.
So sometimes I don't like turning down people, like, nah, I ain't fucking with you, but I got to, like, it's a beautiful thing.
I'm right above, you know, when you talk about poverty levels, I'm right above the broke line, and that's okay, because I want my check, and Biden, you know, I believe in you, I believe my check is on the way. With that said, budgets are important, and most people are wearing their budget on their belt. Some of us are wearing it on our hat, we're gonna get there in a second, but I really applaud you, because I feel like budgets are important, but I don't, like your styles, who made your sweat? In other words, I'm gonna ask him who he's wearing. And I guarantee you this is an urban designer, right? Because most people are wearing Gucci and Prada. You can't walk into these stores because guess what, you're black, and you're a rapper. Hide the
Let's
bags.
find out
Who
what
made-
it is
what's-
first
what's he
before
made?
you say that.
I guarantee you, who made it?
I did.
He did.
There you go.
All right.
Are you urban? Are you a minority and you own the sweatshirt? Minority owned black business.
Well,
Get out of here.
keep it real. 1,000. I can see Dior making a
I
jewelry
love
like that.
it. Look at this.
I can see them doing that.
For real?
What? No cap.
How much would you charge? 125. How much would you charge us?
This?
125. Yeah, how much more?
100.
I said 125. Okay, so he's doing it courtesy Spliff Stone and Generate for what is my name? Jenna for
That's done by
100.
hand. Everything is done by hand. Everything is done by hand.
Right, which is
Everything.
why it's 125. So for tonight, it's $100, and you DM me and we'll get that situated. Because after this, it's gonna be. Listen, it's 125. You have to figure out the sweatshirt and your time and all this other crap. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna talk about it later on. You're gonna talk to him, I'm gonna talk to you. I've been talking to you for long enough. Let's get to, I was gonna call you Job, but I don't want, Mr. Flocco. I'm great, how are you? Your cup is empty, let's refill that before we get into this. This isn't Drink Champs, but we're gonna champion some drinks.
What?
First of all, let's talk about this LA hat. I hate it.
What's wrong with that?
Why did you buy it?
I mean,
Because it matches your sweatshirt? So then you're gonna tell me there was no other hats that matched your sweatshirt that were from New York?
Well, actually, I really wanted the New York hat, but
Uh-huh.
they ain't having
Sold
my
out.
size. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. You think you have a big head? I have a big head. You can't beat me.
7.5.
Okay, I got you beat, boo. All right, let's get back down to
She went
business.
straight 9.
It's a mess. Can't even find my show. I just run here. Give me the biggest one you got. And that's why they're all snapbacks. Shout out to my adult hoodies. It's so inappropriate. This hat works so many ways. All right, listen. Where are you from?
I'm from Crown Heights.
Head does work in many ways.
I'm sorry, what?
Head does work in many ways.
I love it. You can't walk to the airport with this shit. I'm gonna get you one because you look like you need the business. And wait, who has the girlfriend?
Oh,
You do?
wow. See,
You do?
Hold on.
You do.
Oh, good. You're good. You can't wear the hat. I'm not giving you shit. You got the hat. Showtime at the apartment. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
I asked for the hat.
You want the
I got
other
it, girl.
time. You want this hat? Here you go.
I got
You're not
it,
gonna,
girl.
but you like the other hats. This is the snapback.
I like snapback.
That's yours then.
I got a big head.
Speaking of need head, in any event, I can say that.
I said I got a big head. This
JAH FLOCCO, how did you get, what does JAH stand for, or how did you get the whole JAH FLOCCO? Because those are my initials. It's Jenna Alexandria Herche. Not that you give a shit. But how did you get my initials on your whole role? I'm infatuated.
My whole name is Jamin. So it's just that's half my name. So.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
I was told I got my name because my pops,
Mhm.
he had a best friend, and his name was Ja, and he passed away or whatever, so he used Ja, and then created something else, and he made my name.
I love
and
it.
my mom came to that conclusion.
And Flocco, how'd we get this name?
It's just what they call me growing up.
Do you know what Flocko was in Spanish?
How was that?
Skinny. So it's kind of the opposite, so it's kind of funny. Now, what I like about you is it's that warm, I'm sorry, the warm is over, but it's that, you know, cuddle weather, it's the, you know what I'm saying? So you're lucky, because most people can't, I'm freezing at night, I'm fucking freezing, so I have to say.
It's cold though, don't you feel me?
I'm not gonna ask any questions. Okay, let's get, all right, so COVID comes, you're lucky to be around Giovanni. How did you guys connect?
When I was like, I had been like 8.
Oh, so little, so this
Yeah, I was
is a
young.
long time.
He said he was family.
Yeah, that's family, that's definitely family. Okay, so I'm impressed, because most people don't make it past 5 years, it's a hot mess.
Yeah.
What made you, the same way I asked him, what made you get into music? What was your inspiration, your motivation?
Well, you know, when I was younger, I used to smoke, be with my friends.
You don't smoke now?
Nah,
We're gonna fast
I
forward,
do.
next, yep.
But, you know, I just used to play around with the music, used to rap. I didn't really take it seriously. I went to Georgia. I met my bro, self-made name. Shout out to him. He got me into taking music seriously. He put me in the studio. Me and him made a little track. You know.
And that was it. You just that was what
From there.
took you from there.
Cause I always used to play around with it, you know. But you feel me? He told me. He started gassing me up. Yo, you got it. We used to play little songs out there. People liked it, and I just felt like, you feel me?
Spliff Star has been instrumental in numerous people's performances, and we'll leave it there. How important is it to you to have somebody who is hyping up the situation? Because that is a big thing. I think confidence and having someone who's really, you know what I mean? When you come out on stage, I got it. When you come out on stage, it's important to have someone who's matching your energy. So this person is someone who you should be really rocking with, because if not, it's not that your confidence is waning, but it really makes people aware. They're focusing on, you're making sure that the content is there, so I commend that. Did I mention this LA hat? Because I can't take it. All right, we're gonna get back. All right, so listen, COVID happens. You were situated before COVID. Most entrepreneurs, I don't care what facet you're in, had a hard time come mid-March, right? Things shift, so it's not a matter that you can't work. You can tape your own thing in the house, it sucks, but you're making music, you're writing lyrics, you're playing out videos. Things stopped though with COVID, so what were you doing when COVID had people locked down? We were talking about this outside, it was like one car out, you know, per hour or across, 4 boroughs. So what were you doing during COVID to set up your life post-COVID artistically?
I mean, I could say, you feel me, the world basically did stop, but it didn't really stop for us. Cause me and my guys, we on the mission to make it somewhere. So you feel me, if there's a will, there's a way.
Correct.
We know, like, we gotta keep pushing regardless. So it's like every day you living, that's a new experience. You feel me? It's just something to talk about, and put it in your rhymes, regular. So,
Speaking to us, spoke about Mr. Vaughn earlier, and I'm not gonna bring this up because he went into a whole soliloquy. All I'm gonna ask you is this, your lyrics, how important is your message, right? Because some things are made to sell and some things are made to sell, right? Some things are here for the moment and others are long term. So how much is your message important? Like, you can sell whatever the fuck you want, but there's somebody who's digesting that. So whether it's your future children, it's, whomever. And I don't give a shit. I want an honest answer. How important is your message to, because Chinks's answer with my question was, he took 50% of the responsibility. This is his message, this is his story. He puts it out there, but the parents that structure around the person is also responsible for what the person hears and runs with. In your respect, understanding that people are being taken out literally every 3 months, which is crazy to act like that. How much of your verbiage do you think about when you put it out?
I mean, I could see where he come from when he said what he said. I understand that because, people gonna do what they see. But at the same time, everybody is their own person, you know, so it's like, what you go outside and do, especially if you old enough, you know common sense, you go outside and do, you know what you're doing, you know what you're getting yourself into, you know the consequences.
There you go.
You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's all about what route you decide to take.
You guys are together, with respect to mentality, he spoke earlier, with respect to his story changing turns. I think that there's a parallel here. What question would you ask to Spliff with respect, there's obviously a little bit of an age gap, just a few years. Speaking to an OG, what would you ask with respect to, we heard, so think about it, we heard his perspective and his choices and his opportunities are a little different. Back then, music was harder to be situated in. They found a niche and they were able to ride it. For you guys, you have to be proven before they bring you in. So what would you ask him? I know the demographics and the dynamics are different, but how do you get in? I mean, what are you asking Spliff?
Well, honestly, I would've, one question I asked you, I would just.
You can ask two.
I would really just ask you for advice, like, on, like, how do you think I should go about, you know, my music, like, the steps that I'm taking, like, I would just ask you, you know, a little guideline.
Like, alright, the only problem I got right now with the new artist that's trying to come out is when he tries to sound like everything else, when he don't do it himself. See, that's what you fail to understand. When you do you already got them beat, because God only made one you, so nobody can't do you. That's the natural, that's
Original.
the official, that's the original. You know what I mean? The origin, nigga, is you. Somebody can act like you, he could portray like you, but he ain't you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the advice I would give somebody. You'll never be afraid to display you. You don't gotta talk a bunch of gun talk if that really ain't you. You ain't gotta talk about the shit that's you. If you the funny nigga, talk that funny shit. If you that nigga that get a lot of pussy, you like a lot of money in your weed, talk that shit. But talk it how you walk it. Whatever you do, just talk it how you walk it. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Generations might change, but the principles and morals remain the same. And niggas will test you out there. You gangster like that, or word, well, I live that day and night. I'm going to test you. And we see that in our face every day. So what you put in your lyrics,
You just gotta live by it.
you just gotta live by it. And trust me, look, my dude, if say God forbid, if police come or whatever, something, man, first thing they do with a rapper is snatch his lyrics and play it in court.
Yes.
The first thing you do, and play it in court. You done fucked yourself before you knew you was gonna get fucked. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you walk out, you talking.
What's your second question? I hope you prepared. We're gonna give you a second, think about the second question. Okay, let me get back to one of my other questions. On a Mission, it's one of your tracks, right?
It's my Dolly track.
When I say, well, don't say that, right? Right, I said one of your tracks.
Yeah,
There's always more.
yeah.
They don't need to know that. That's why I say one of your tracks.
Yo, excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Me too, actually. It's so funny. I'm just sitting here thinking I've been drinking too much.
Yo.
Is it okay if we take a little bit of a 2-minute, is that okay with you, Mr. LA? This is bullshit. And if you think I'm not gonna come back because you're here, and I hope you can be paid,
I ain't gonna lie.
knock yourself out.
I gotta go back.
And I have to be here carrying things. We're gonna be here for 2 more seconds.
That's good,
because when he
people
comes-
can't hold it.
I'll be there in a second, yeah, whatever.
Yo,
It's so, but this is the fucking show, yo. This is what's crazy. And when he comes back, because I don't have energy. If we go to a break, then he wants to smoke for 4 hours. And Spliff, I love you to tears, but I can't do it. So we're gonna carry this till he comes back. Because guess what? You don't wanna talk to me anyway. I don't have a problem with that because I understand the rules of the game. I book everything, I take care, I cook, the bottom line is, and are you listening? Look at this guy. Give this guy more Hennessy. Jesus Christ. You're shaking this shit crazy. Yo, we got plenty of product here. And Giovanni, let me tell you, DJ Giovanni, I don't, because you want to keep the commonality with the branding, but you, sir, This guy comes in like a mini bodega. Listen, Rashid Thurman, holy fuckface. He bought everything but the cat and the bread. You understand? You don't know who the hell that is. He's like this. I don't, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. That bitch is crazy. But came away with 4 different types of beer, vodka, seltzer, I mean, you know, everything, like tampons and, you know, wraps and Altoids. Who bought this shit? I mean, the whole thing. There you go. You know, he said, do I need an Altoid? I said, I probably do, but I have more drinking to do. It is what it is. You gotta be honest. If someone offers you Altoids, you take it. Come back to the mic for a second. Performances. Is this something that you've been privy to do, or is this like right before the pandemic where things were really more complicated as far as getting booked? I mean, it's hard when there's no showcases.
Really, I only did one performance. And I was in Georgia, like when I first started. Yeah, my bro self-made name. His pops was a DJ. Shout out to him too, DJ Scott.
Okay.
He was a DJ, you know, he had us songs or whatever. So, you know.
Was he a DJ or is he a DJ?
He is.
Good. No, don't you sound like he's killed off. Okay, fine. So he's a DJ. Why were you in Atlanta? Was that where you kind of was situated for a little bit, or was it just you had a plug there that put you on?
Nah, I moved out to Atlanta with my family.
Nice, nice. How important is it to travel? Most artists don't realize, and I'm happy for you that life has given you that privilege of being in 2 different states or traveling. How important is it to you to have that 2-state demographic, you know, how?
It's very important. You gotta build your fan base. You know, it's not only about.
Oh Lord, help him out.
It's not only about making the music for, you know, the neighborhood to hear. Because I'm pretty sure there's somebody in Georgia that whatever I'm saying they can relate to too. Somebody in Alaska, somebody, you know, it's LA.
Nobody can relate to it except for LA with that bullshit hat on. I'm gonna be nice. We gonna keep pushing, okay? On a mission. Just talk about how you came with the name. What was your vision behind the project? You get 2 minutes for that. Spliff's back, and I'm gonna take a second. But on a mission. He hasn't heard it yet, and this is what I do. Just so people understand, Spliff doesn't say none of the fucking music until you're front and center. So what happens is, it's all love. The reason you're here is because of him. I listened to your music this morning, I was happy, because if not, I'd be fucking pissed. The whole conversation would be different. Spliff listens to your music outside when you're there. And you can tell by his eyebrows. He hates it, he loves it. And then you can ask questions how to better it, take notes, and I'm just speaking because this is your time with somebody who, this is what they do.
Okay, wait, before you
Yes.
play the music, man.
I'm not playing the music. No, we're playing it outside.
Okay, well, whatever. Listen.
Please.
Let it be known, like, these dudes is rookies, you heard? Listen, wait, calm down before you say anything, you know what I'm saying?
I'm ready.
These dudes this is natural talent, you heard? This ain't no sit down and, oh, let's see what niggas doing, so we gonna copy, so we gonna do it.
Wait, stop right there, right there. You have to learn that you cannot dictate what it is and what it ain't. You wouldn't have fucked with them unless they were talented, because you hang around talent.
That's
You
what I'm
come
saying.
with talent. So, wait a minute. She said, let him play the music so Spliff can hear it, and I can give you my 1-2 on it. I don't need to hear about if they're rookies and how long they're rapping and when like that. Because that right there, if I didn't know you, and I was an A&R, and you said that to me,
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to hear this shit at all.
Right.
Right after you said that to
Right.
me. So that right there, I'm gonna tell you for future reference, don't say none of that. I took it on the fact is, number 1, I'm fucking with their energy. Number
Yes.
2, gang. Number 3 came through you. It's music.
Say
You
less.
know music.
Say less.
So I ain't really like,
Yeah.
no, I'm more like, I wanna hear this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So don't say that. Like,
They look situated,
giving
and
me
that's,
doubts, you know what I'm saying?
that's correct.
Copy.
And that's half the battle, right? Your look is together. We're gonna change the fucking hat, and I'm gonna stop talking about the hat. But what is this you're wearing? I don't have my glasses on. What's going on with the sweatshirt?
Breadwinners.
Who makes it? Speak to the mic.
My bro, Prince Don.
Yeah.
Shout out to her too.
Her?
Yeah.
Prince Don needs to understand that you are the sponsor. Right?
Prince Don, I need mines. I'm a bread.
I like
I'm a
that
bread
too.
fuck, you know what I mean?
Large.
I'm a
The
bread
whole
too.
fit.
Have her come down.
She got colors and all that.
Have her
And
come
listen,
down.
my color is red, electric blue, money green. I want the pants to match.
The whole fit.
I need the whole fit.
And the hat.
Giovanni.
And the hat. You
We'll
got
have
socks
her
and
come down.
boxes and that shit
Huh?
too.
We'll have her
All right,
come
so what's
down.
her name again? Who?
Prince Don.
You just got plugged in.
Prince
See?
Don,
It's that easy.
I need you on my show, Prince Don.
Easy.
Alright?
And you have to realize, sometimes when you wear a brand, I don't have to be paid for everything, but sometimes you're paid for everything. So whereas I'm not making the money off the rip, now she owes you some paper. You heard what I said? Right, so you're coming for the interview, which we're not gonna charge you, guess what? Because we're getting product as well, we're gonna, small, large, unless it's French cut, or European cut, and then we need the
Extra large.
extra large and a medium, medium. So that's it. Thank you for doing that. What other designers do you wear outside of Gucci and Prada and Fendi?
Well, really, you know, I wear anything to be honest. I don't really.
As long as it's clean.
I'm somebody, I came for nothing, so you know, I could put 1, 2 together. You know?
Easy.
It ain't nothing that
That's
you
right.
feel me? It ain't nothing to go get some Amiris, go get that. I'll drip it. I ain't saying I won't. But you feel me?
Who do you want to work with outside of your clique here? Who do you want to work with? Don't be modest now. Shoot for the stars.
I mean, right now, as far as the
If
music.
you don't, you know what? You know what? If Vito like him, are you kidding me right now? Are you serious? And he's wearing, hold on. Is he wearing a hat? Hold on. Take his hoodie off. Is this reverse? Hold on a second. He's wearing your damn hat. Oh, let me see. Is this some bullshit? This is your fucking. I'm not mad. This is the fucking hat. This is reverse hate. This is the sweatshirt. This is some bullshit. I'm not mad. He's sleeping his. Who do you want to work with?
Yeah.
As far as the music,
My
thing,
my
I want to do
Yeah,
something
he
a
had the
little
big
big.
snow on the radio just now.
He was
The
bad
big
snort.
snort.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so crazy. Holy shit.
Look at
You want to work with him because guess what? Right now, I like this kid. Let me just tell you, your energy is unbelievable. Because even though we've been, not really focused, you've been carrying this whole thing like a fucking trooper. Who do you want to work with?
Little baby. I want to do something with little baby.
Hey,
I like how his flow. I like how he come about his music.
Okay. Production-wise, anybody there you want to work with?
I ain't really look into that really honestly.
Great. Think about it. Make sure your shit is clear because that's going to be a hot mess. What I'm going to do.
Well, out here I've been producing with Angel on the board.
Okay.
Shout out to him too. And I like how he do his work. It's very clear. Very clear. His work is very.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to excuse myself to little girls room after somebody else got the quick breakaway. Did you think about your other question?
No, I did not.
All right, so I'm going to ask something else, Mr. Giovanni, and you think about your question.
Say
Because I'm gone in a second. I'm going to return the hat to who I stole it from. Hopefully he's that story. That was hysterical. I love this guy. He's so fucking funny.
oh yeah. You voted?
No.
Oh, God.
Huh?
No.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it real. I wasn't gonna vote at first. I wasn't gonna
And I'm
vote.
gonna tell you why I ain't vote after you said
And the
that.
reason why I wasn't gonna vote because I felt like I didn't even know Biden really. And Trump, he's already fucked up. I want him gone. But the woman, she really won my vote. They say, it really matters what you do. So I wanted to see the matter. So I did go and vote. It did feel good. 6-time felon voting. First time I really actually did that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know he was gonna win though.
It felt good. Of course you're gonna win because one party made the people hate them. And we at that point where motherfuckers is woke. It's a lot sleeping, but a lot of motherfuckers is woke.
Not really that it's like politics really, but let's talk some politics real quick. So let me ask you, and let me ask all y'all, like, what, you specifically, bro,
like, what do you think, like, okay, in regards to Trump, do you think he was like a racist, or do you think his agenda was more business?
I think his agenda was more business because he definitely wasn't a politician.
Okay.
Um,
I agree.
I wouldn't say he was a racist because
I agree.
he had no black friend and he mixed and mingled way before the presidency. But I'm gonna show you something. It's to a point where it ain't about their policy anymore. It's about the people, human race.
Of course.
And Biden, after there's certain stipulations that he promised, not like many of them promised, but he promised he got a black woman in the office with him and he's representing from the Obama tree. And he want to make allies. He don't want beef.
He has to.
He don't want beef. He
has to.
He trying to make up with China. He trying to make shit right.
He's trying to work with the Republicans.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
He's trying to make people who got low income coming in, you know, pay less taxes, get more money. So at the end of the day, you know, he's still taking rules. He still gotta follow rules and regulations because it's just a job. You know what I'm saying? He's the president, but he still works for somebody too. So I'm all for the lesser evil. Less evil, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for that. Because Biden, in his past, he put niggas away in jail.
94.
Crazy. So it's not like, you know, well, who's perfect in this motherfucker?
Kamala too. Listen, I just got back. We're gonna do this again. Another year. Once he's put you on this.
How much? So what up? Why didn't I get his music to here? Why didn't you send it to
We
me?
never do that. This is something you listen to outside of your critique. Why are we changing the formula? I always get yelled at.
I'm just saying though, I don't like being the last nigga on the shit, B.
They don't care what I have to say, they care what you have to say. So when you play the music, and they can see your facial
Don't hit me
expression.
with that bullshit. I supposed to heard the song before it came.
I take responsibility and I apologize. What I am gonna have to ask you to do, it's like musical chairs.
Switch.
Showtime. At the Apollo. Come on, Mac 11.
Mac 11.
We gonna have to talk. We need to talk.
Oh, we're gonna talk tonight. Are you ready?